my boys, good morning. This is the day 1 summary for my Zizaran Gauntlet progression. I'm level 49 at the moment in Act 6. So I finished the first 5 acts. By the way, I have not died yet. So no deaths so far, but I want to give you a short summary of how things go. And let's do also a small gameplay showcase, why not? Let's go here. So this is a setup that I did even in the past Gauntlets. It's very tanky, so it gets really tanky in the last acts. 8, 9, 10 for example, you're extremely tanky. Most likely you will not die with this setup, but also the damage is fine. The only problematic thing can be in Act 1, which we'll discuss in a second, but let me give you a short gameplay presentation here with the build. So this is a tested setup that I did multiple times, especially in the Gauntlets. Yeah, I focused on this one specifically in a lot of defenses. So on this specific Gauntlet, I focused on a lot of defenses. This is how it goes with the build. Yeah, okay, we should explain some more now. Gameplay, you've seen it. The reason I did gameplay here is pretty simple, because starting Act 6 to Act 10 we had different modifiers, and one of them affects you based on your chaos resistance, and my chaos resistance is negative. So I need to find some good amethyst rings. This will give me some chaos resistance. Also, you will need to have an amethyst flask in this act, because this will save your ass. I mean, you need to have positive chaos resistance, because monsters do extra damage as chaos, and that's why you need to have it positive. It's pretty bad if you have it like me negative. That's why I did a showcase here. Okay, my boys, let's see what I can explain here. Let's start with the summary, how it went. Actually, I'll put it here so we don't have noises. Yeah, I'll continue playing today. By the way, I'm playing only on stream so people can see my progression, and also the VODs will remain saved. Remember that for my build here, we had to mule gems. We had to create a ranger because I leveled up with Toxic Rain. Go to Toxic Rain, and then I muled all the gems for the Marauder. The scary part is the hardest fight for me personally was with Heloc, because you have a heavy strike, which is a shit skill, and the Maven orbs that follow you around and detonate, so you cannot attack from close distance Heloc reliably. Many times Maven will make orbs that put damage over time, or they explode. It was very frustrating. It took me 10 minutes to kill Heloc, and pretty much I was running out of flask. And I will say, okay, I will create a new character and repeating the process. I have not died, by the way, even here. So I repeat it each time that I will die, I would mention it. No deaths so far in the Gauntlet. So when I'm out of flask, I would just reload to character selection, delete the character, create a new one. But I have not died in this event. So pretty much it would go like this. In the next phase, when he transitions, he will jump on you, always, you know, it's predictable, but you have these orbs, you see? And you cannot attack him from close distance. And these orbs also force you to use flask charges. And look, so the Maven orbs are the ones that suck here, because the skill that Marauder have access heavy strike, it's a pretty shitty skill, but also those Maven orbs make it harder. Yeah, so this was the fight, it's annoying as fuck. Look, another pair of rovers, and pretty much I stayed here 10 minutes, this is what I wanted to tell you. If I am to give you here some tips, you can clear the whole Twiling Strand to reach level 2 and then we try to kill it. Also try to kite it in an open space. Not here in the corner, because it's death. You want to kite him in an open space. Like to the left of the strand. You see, the Maven Orbs forced me to run away, and that's pretty much shit. Yeah, so let's go on. Brutus was very easy, as I explained. All you need to do is to buy a puncture gem, and you use puncture on Brutus. When Brutus will follow you around, he will take a lot of bleeding damage. And you pretty much put puncture, and you move in circles. That's how you do Brutus. It was very easy with this build. Put puncture, he will follow you around, and when he follows you, he will take bleeding damage. You see, check his life bar. That's how you do it. You move in circles. And because the build is tanky with the Marauder even in Act 1, so it's fine. Done, and here is Brutus dead. Mville was fine because we're very tanky, so we could tank a lot of hits. We just make sure you have a cold resistance kept. For Mville you want to have 75% cold resistance. Was pretty fine the fight. I'm doing with Toxic Rain. The reason is simple. If you go with Sunder or something else like Splitting Steel, you need to invest into damage nodes. Here with Toxic Rain, zero investment into damage nodes. I go fully into defenses. I mean, if you want, you can do Splitting Steel and you can do or Sunder until Act 3 when you transition to Explosive Arrow Ballista. It's up to personal preference, but if you're a casual player and you suck, you might want to invest more into defenses. So here I have good defenses. The Valversole fight was pretty long, but the build was tanky. So I just made multiple portals to replenish my flask when was necessary. Because the build was so tanky, it was fine actually. You keep targeting. So the focus should be on the Valversole and you move in large circles. And you put your decoy totem to attract the other enemies towards them. That's pretty much the fight in a nutshell. Put decoy totem. So they are busy with the totem and you attack the Valversole from distance. Remember to upgrade your bow so you do more damage, and you can put Herald of Purity. I mean, if you're playing Toxic Rain. Yeah, so here I'm playing Toxic Rain, I can shoot from distance. The fight was the longest fight so far because the Valversole has a lot of life, plus you have these extra adds that do damage. Just make a portal, you know, you replenish your flask, then you go back inside, make a new portal. It's pretty safe. Make sure that you have at least 2 life flasks too. I'm having a little life flask, and I did it. So here I got annoyed and I focused just on the Valversole. So I realized that the adds, they get respawned. Yeah, so initially I focused on the adds, it was a waste of time. So I just decided to focus on the Valversole. You know, I put the decoy close to the Valversole and I just nuke him down from distance with Toxic Rain. And remember that you want to upgrade your bow so you do more damage. Yeah, you want a bow with a lot of physical hit. For Toxic Rain, I'm talking about Toxic Rain. Physical hit damage on the bow, and attack speed is also great if you can get. Yeah, this is what you want to do, and you put Herald of Purity will help a little with the Toxic Rain. I mean, why not? Extra damage that we can do is best. So here I got really upset and I started targeting the Valversole. I just put the decoy totem and focus on the Valversole. Yeah. Because the build is tanky, I didn't felt a lot of damage from the temple monsters. You know, they spawn extra monsters from the temple. I didn't felt them. Here the Valversole with a few high HP went to Himalaya, so I got a little pissed off. The piety fight was also long because again I'm on Toxic Rain with 0 damage investment on the skill tree, full into defenses. It's long but it's safe. Let me put no close call in the piety fight. My life always a 90% or higher. You just put the decoy totem, you shoot Toxic Rain. I mean, even if the fight takes like 1 minute longer, because you cannot die in this fight makes it so much better. I mean, you don't have emotions. Man, I can die. Man, I'm over. None of that crap. You put decoy totem, you shoot with Toxic Rain. It was fine. Well, the fight was long, but it was a short fight, you know. I mean, no emotions. My boys, here I got the gems for Explosive Arrow Ballista and I started level them up. I explained, when you buy your gems for Explosive Arrow Ballista, they will be level 1. And you will go to the docks and you need to level them up. Why? Because if they are low leveled, your totems will die instantly or will die very fast and you do little damage. So I stood here in the docks until my gems leveled up. You see, I'm leveling up the gems. You can reset the area if you don't know. Now after I got a Forling and I leveled up my skill gems further because they will do more damage, I decided to engage Dominus. Here just with 3 totems, it's mind blowing. Keep in mind your totems will die a lot in this fight because the extra adds that Dominus summon, they do shit ton of damage. No problem, if the totem dies you resummon. That's normal to kill all your totems here in the Dominus fight. Just have patience. Put your totems and stay from safe distance. Remember to curse with flammability. I mean, we just transition to Explosive Arrow. Later we will have 6 totems, much more damage, but it's fine even though. Here, so the fight was easy actually. You try to isolate these unique monsters and then you fight Dominus here. Just make sure you don't get hit by his slam. He does the touch of God and the light of divinity. You know, he pushes his hands on the ground and he will do a slam attack with lighting and it's very deadly. Now what's a new mechanic that they added in this gauntlet? They will spawn all the unique enemies that that act had, you know, before you engage with the actual boss. But the unique enemies were easy. The Dominus fight was a joke, was very easy. This is what you need to understand. With this build, I mean, we are extremely tanky. The totems do everything for us, so you have time to dodge, you have time to run, you put your totems and everything for you. Keep in mind, I'm on 3 totems. So here I got pissed off and I just went from Dominus. You can overlevel even more, you can even get 4 totems with the skill tree nodes and then you can fight Dominus if you want. Make sure that you have more than 1000 life. I mean, this is the gauntlet in hardcore, so of course you should focus on life, even on the items, you try to get better life. Joke, this fight was a joke, this is what you need to understand. Bam! Done. Before engaging Malakai in Act 4, I did a lab. So it's the best place. You don't want to do it in Act 3 because Izaro shoots multiple projectiles, so you want to be sure that you will not die. I suggest you do it in Act 4, the lab, towards the end before Malakai. Which is big because Ancestral Commander will grant us 1 extra totem for Explosive Arrow. Also, the totems will absorb 20% of the damage that we take, so it's a form of damage mitigation. So here I did a lab, and I switched to Ancestral Commander before fighting Malakai. Actually, sorry, before fighting Kaom. So before fighting Kaom, I did a lab, so I do more damage for him. Keep in mind that Kaom will summon volatile cores. Those can two-shot you. They do shit ton of damage, man. I mean, I don't know if they can two-shot you, but you should not let them explode over you. A lot of people died here because you have those volatile cores that follow you around. You need to dodge them, you need to run from them because they do shit ton of damage. The fight was a joke. I mean, I was hit from all directions, and because the build is extremely tanky, I didn't felt it. So I was being hit from all directions and I was still being alive. A tanky build, good times, you know what they say. Now let's move on. Piety was easy again. I was running in circles, putting the totems, they did everything for me. So they would target and focus on Piety while I could focus on dodging things. That's the beauty of totem playstyle. And again, this build was tested in the Gauntlet multiple times. I played it in the past. I know that it's very strong and viable. Now, this is for casual players that want extra defensive layers so they feel safer. Pay close attention for the Malakai fight. So he has these laser beams from Maven. If you get hit, they will apply no regen, which sucks. So here you need to be very careful how you move. You get hit by the laser, we go out in the town, so it removes that debuff. You have that debuff for 10 seconds, you cannot regenerate life. Pretty much it will get you chunked down very fast. So you cannot even use... they are very deadly. You don't want to get hit by the laser. You get hit by the laser, you go to town, and then you rejoin the arena. Pretty much how it is. It was easy because the totems focus Malakai, while I could just run in circles like a bitch. So I would put my totems and I would just run in circles carefully, watching always my life bar and pressing the life flask. That's what I did here. You know, running in circles like a bitch until Malakai died. Be sure to overlevel. The High Templar fight was a joke, was very easy. Again, you put your totems and you stay at safe distance. You want to put your totems close to the boss, like this, because we're using point blank. We are using direct damage, we're not focusing on damage over time. And you put it near the boss and you run in circles like a bitch, you know, large distance. It's a very safe fight. The only thing that you need to pay attention here in this second form, he will do some small balls on the screen. Then you need to make the portal teleport out, so you don't get hit by those small balls. You don't want to risk it. When you go back inside the arena, you have a pity timer for 1 minute that you're invulnerable. And you wait in that timer until the boss disappears from the arena, and then you can continue with the boss. The boss was extremely easy, this one. Yeah, let's move on. Kitava was very easy. They added a new extra mechanic. You have the spinning lasers from Piety, and you need to dodge them. You move in circles. I mean, you need to have a flask with corrupted blood immunity if you can find it. Yeah, if you get corrupted blood, you should use the portal to reset it. But very easy. You put your totems and you move in circles like a bitch. Because the totems do everything for you. They target, they kill, no problem. You have all the time in the world to dodge the boss mechanics. So here, the Act 5 boss was very easy. Yeah, Kitava. Good. And today I will play on stream. I will continue. Plus, remember that you have the VODs. So if you want to see my progress with this build, no problem, you have here the VODs, yeah, that you can see how it went. Today I will start streaming. After this video I'll continue. I'll do Act 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The build becomes absurdly tanky. So the build that I'm playing here is absurdly tanky. A lot of endurance charge, a lot of life, a lot of life regen. Totems absorb damage. I have spell suppression. I mean, all the possible defensive layers, I mean, for casual players. But let's put it, if you don't want to level up in the first acts with Toxic Rain, no problem, you can try to watch someone that does the Splitting Sleer or Sunder, but keep in mind you'll have less defenses. If you're really good at Path of Exile, you can level up with Sunder and then you transition to Explosive Arrow Ballista that I did. Keep in mind that you have a POB. So if we scroll here up a little, you will see that you have a POB for this build. In the POB you have a notes section. In the notes section you have a lot of tips for the Gauntlet. For the Mulling Gems part, here are the setup until Act 3. Here is the setup until the end of the campaign. Main is just good. This is a very well tested setup that I did multiple times in the past, including the Gauntlets. I always completed the Gauntlets. Well, that's it, my boys. I'll go finish the campaign. Now I want to get my mystery box and then I'll push for level 95. Enjoy the rest of the day and good luck.